After the East was a far stronger conference for the first time in years, I don't think it'll be the same this year. The East are a very top-heavy team for realistic contenders, as there are many rebuilding teams in the East. With that being said, here are my top 5 picks for the top 5 contenders in the East. At number 5, we have the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets are really on contenders if Ben Simmons is the only Ben Simmons. We already know the Nets can't win behind only KD and Kyrie without a dependable bench unit. I know this video is on contenders, but Nets are really just filler. I don't see them winning at all. If they do, I wouldn't be too surprised, but with the other teams above them in both the East and the West, I really don't think the Nets are going to win this chip. At number 4, I have the Miami Heat. If Jimmy Butler gets any reliable help, I think the Heat would jump up to 3rd, but the chances of that are just slim at this point. Losing PJ Tucker in the offseason was a massive blow to their depth. Lowry is 36 and nowhere near what he was in Toronto, and as much as we want to see Toronto Lowry, we most likely won't. Bam just needs to become more reliable. His defense will always be solid, but they need to rely on him to score the ball more. Every single one of his stats dropped in the playoffs, and as the second best player on a contender, that's not a good sign. And finally, Hero genuinely just sucked in the playoffs. He just needs to play well, or just well enough and near what he does in the regular season. And if him and Bam play well, I think this team is probably either number 2 or number 3 and is definitely not at 4. At number 3, though, we have the 76ers. I believe this all just lands on Harden. If Harden goes back to the Harden we all know, I think we might as well just give him the chip. The 76ers had a good offseason improving their depth. They have Embiid, who is an MVP favorite next year. They have Maxey, who is one of the best three-point shooters in the league and is proven to be a solid third option. If we can get top 10 Harden, it's over. And at number 2, we have the Boston Celtics. All the Celtics have to do is run it back, but they somehow got Malcolm Brogdon while losing basically nothing. The fact that they are just an objectively better team than last year is good enough for them to get my second spot. I don't think Tatum and Brown have hit their peak yet, so if they improve this year as I'm expecting, the Celtics look phenomenal. The Celtics defense last year was generational, and all the players that made that defense so good are returning. I think the Celtics will most likely make it to the conference finals, but I don't see them going any further because of our number 1 team. At number 1, I have the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks have the best player in the world, along with 2 All-Star caliber players, and it's the only team that I'd put at the same level as the Warriors. I'm a firm believer that if Chris Middleton isn't hurt last year, the Bucks are making the run to the finals and are the champions. There's not much I need to say. The Bucks are just amazing. We all know how good they are. They're not losing any of their key players. Drew Holiday is one of the best guard defenders in the league, if not the best. Chris Middleton is one of the best second options in the league. They have good depth. There's nothing else you can want from a team. And with that being said, those are my top 5 picks for contenders in the East. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. If you disagree with anything I said, please put it in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching.